Burgos for inviting me today. Because even though I'm not part of the TAM tennis team anymore, I really look forward to playing with all of you guys this summer during Summer League. And then secondly, I'd like to say that freshman year, before I met any of you guys, my friends were not very nice people. And when I started playing tennis for the Burgos team, I pretty immediately understood what Burgos meant by the word family. Playing for this team allowed me to find an entirely new group of friends, and I'm really glad that I did. So I wish you guys the best of luck at the end of the season.
All right. So Kyle said. Alright, so Kyle said when he first joined he was not very good. Well, compared to me, Kyle, you're an adult. So when I showed up, honestly, when I showed up, I could hardly hit the ball over the net. I was not very good. But, you know, I kept showing up, and I guess for some reason Burgos saw something in me, and so he really helped me kind of stick with it. And, you know, Burgos is really good at two things. One, for me at least, he helped me kind of overcome my weaknesses as far as the game goes, but more importantly, he really helped me understand what my strengths were. And whenever I'd take a lesson from Burgos, he would always kind of pull me aside for a second, and he'd be like, "Sam, you know you're smart, right?" I'd be like, "Okay." He'd be like, "Well, you don't play sometimes like you think you're smart. You kind of do the safe thing and not do what you think or you know to beat the guy." And so he's kind of helped me over the years kind of understand that, you know, I do have advantages on the court and everything, and he's done a lot. So thank you, Burgos, and thanks for all of you guys. You guys are like really good friends. And Mitch, I don't know you very well. I still love you.
Noah.
Okay. I bought a little gift for you. Maybe you saw it earlier. Not sure. It's plastic hermit crab.
Not a squid?
No, it's a hermit crab because I always sort of see you like a hermit crab. Because hermit crabs are very tough and adaptable. And you're very tough and adaptable, so I thought it was a natural connection. And you have a shell. But I don't know. I just didn't really have many friends before Burgos tennis. I had a couple, but they're kind of lame. Now I have good friends, so that's nice. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Thank you. Almost treasure. I really will, actually. That's so cool. That is really cool.
That's such a Noah gift.
I see you as a hermit crab. I give the hermit crab 2 weeks before Winnie kills it.
I'm going to put it in my trophy mantle. So.
That's good.
Thank you. Okay, Noodles.
Noodle.
Oh God.
The confidence pouring out.
What am I supposed to say after that? Well, I have to say, I mean, like Noah said, he doesn't have any friends, but I mean, that's nothing compared to me. I really had no friends before the TAM team, and it's just, you guys are like my family, really. It really meant a lot to me to be on this team. And Burgos, you were like the second father to me, and I really gained a lot of self-confidence from you. Yeah, I was really shy and I have friends. And, well, I mean, I have to give a few shout-outs, like to Henry, my favorite doubles player last year, and this year Theo, who left it. And, yeah, I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot to say, but thank you, everybody.
Theo?
You got this.
Public speaking win. Let's go. Let's see. Do it. Really bad at talking in front of a group. So, over
appreciate what all you've done for me, I guess. It's been nice having a family here. It's been great. Let's win. It's the most important thing.
All right. Henry. Henrik.
Yeah, Burgos was after you not read his email.
Yeah, maybe you should stay more on top of these things.
All right, so I have quite a similar story to Schlager's. When I first showed up, I was the last person on the ladder, and the person who screamed at me the most was number 1, who was CJ. And like the biggest quote that I remember from that year was, "Move your fat ass, Henrik." Really slow. It was from the heart. So I mean, like every year I would show up. Like I guess my record is in 90% of practices, and I just like bust my ass every time, and like I get a little better every time. And I guess I had the same thing as Schlager. Burgos would pull me off and like tell me what I'm doing wrong, and then I would say I know, and then he'd always say back, "Well, if you know, then why are you doing it?" So I just keep having to like fix that, and I always wanted to be captain as well, even though I was last on the ladder, and I just kept going for it, and I just wanted to be just like CJ, even though I hated him as well. So, yeah. I just want to thank you all for being like there for me. You guys are like family.
All right, let's say sure. What? No.
All right.
So how about the drive-in?
Alright, so I was driving over here thinking about what I'm going to say in the speech. I was just thinking of the greatest speeches ever, and what about Alan from The Hangover? It's like, he starts off, you guys, well, I started off, it was a one-man wolf pack. I think I sort of had Sam, but he was my only wolf buddy. When you guys came along, you guys really became my wolf pack, just like Alan said. And it was kind of like the worst speech ever, but it really did have meaning. And I think you guys are my brothers. I'd do anything for you guys. Like Burgos is our wolf pack leader. That kid over there, he's a little puppy. I'd do anything for you guys, so just go out, beat Branson, finish off strong. Me.
Alright, I'd like to start out by giving a shout out to the seniors who are going off to college next year. I hope you guys have a great time. For the people that are staying though, I hope you guys carry on the TAM tradition, do well in tennis. Don't suck, no pressure. But the next couple years can be tough, but Mill Valley's a beautiful place and you should enjoy your time here. So I'd also like to thank Burgos for being such a great coach. It really means a lot that you were there for me since 8th grade. And all you guys are such great friends, and I hope you stay in touch. Thank you.
Hey, we're ready for you all.
Oliver's got it all right now.
All right. No, Mattia, yeah, Mattia, you got worse speech so far.
Oh, there it is.
I wrote this out a little earlier, but listening to you guys, talk, I've kind of, had some revelation just sitting there eating my pizza. So I may have a post speech as well. But to begin with this one, I would like to briefly recount some of the things that we as a team have encountered in our 4 years of TAM tennis play. Not all of our experiences have been black and white, good or bad. Some have taken on a shade of gray, but I'll get to those later. I remember stepping onto a cracked and weathered MLK court in 2009 for my first time. I wore clunky K-Swiss shoes and ankle socks. My shorts were too short, and my shirt was too long. The ensemble elicited more than a few laughs from my first experience, the blonde force of nature known as CJ Physicus. He turned out to be a nice kid, but I left that practice a little frightened. Bill was too loud, Burgos was soft. I beat Sam, but unfortunately I haven't been able to repeat. I was afraid for a very short period of time. I warmed up to TAM tennis, to the culture of screaming guttural sounds when someone hits a disgusting shot, to ordering ridiculous amounts of food at Red Robin, to ignoring Gabe, even when he tries his hardest to get in your head. TAM/Burgos tennis has been an anchor, but not in the drag you down type of way. It holds me down in the way a good thing should. When the stress from school came and premonitions of a Berman-esque breakdown bear down upon me, the team kept and keeps me sane. Burgos says it enough, but I'm going to repeat it. This really isn't about tennis. To me, it's about the nights in Fresno, the $8 Hot Pockets from the front desk, and convincing Theo to move his lazy ass over so I can get some bed space to watch National Geographic.
I'm to go to sleep.
It's about beating Redwood 2 years in a row by a margin of 2 tiebreaker points in the third set. It's about somehow turning a 5-foot-tall kid with some cool sunglasses into an infectious piece of slang. I refer, of course, to Michael Bunk. The above experiences have been uniformly bright and white, in other words, happy. But it'd be ignorant not to acknowledge the trial of emotion and justice we went through with Burgos almost 2 years ago. That was not easy. But the fact that we stayed in it with our coach, the fact that we made it out alive with no casualties, says more about the squad than anything else. During the past 4 years, I haven't been here as much as Henrik or Sam. I've always had other things in my life besides tennis, and yes, sometimes it has been too much to handle. I admire all of you for still treating me as a member of this team, despite my overbooked schedule, my missed practices. Fellas and lady, thank you for putting up with me, and by the end of this week, I hope we'll shout from the rooftops with an MCAL trophy in our hands. We'll stream, of course, Michael's swag.
Sure. Should I get up?
Yeah, let's get up.
What?
Yeah, go get up.
I just think that we, especially I guess as our like senior class, we have like been here with Burgos through like all of the various eventful moments over the last 4 years. But the entire time he has totally, like kept us grounded and, helped us in any way we can, in any way he can, like giving each of us what each of us individually needs, not, just kind of like lumping us all together and being like, okay, everything, the same for the team. Like, I totally, like being, kind of like the first girl to be here for a really long time, I totally, appreciate, like I remember my freshman year, it was the first day he gave me my Burgos tennis shirt, and we were at, I totally remember this day. And we were at one of like the team tournament kind of things, and all the guys were just like cheating on the side of the court. So I was like, oh, I'll just change on the side of the court. He was like, why don't you go in my car? Just like that awkward, like I'm like a little 14-year-old girl. But he's Burgos, you've really like, at least for me, given me like something special, that's like, I don't even know how to put it into words, but it's, something that I'll always like carry with me, and I'll never forget that. So, thank you, and I'm pretty sure I can speak for the team when I say we all equally appreciate everything you've done for us over the years, because you really have done a lot. So, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I was right. Just very briefly, okay.
Oliver won't let me have the last word.
No, you can have the last word. But anyway, I totally left this out of my prepared speech. The fact that over the past 4 years, whatever has needed to be done for these individuals and this team, he's generally had a hand in doing it. Like, I had these aspirations to go to a really top tier school. He sets me up with the guy who handles interviews for the West Coast for Princeton. Like, he didn't have to do that, but he did. Because why? Because he cares about all of us. A tremendous amount, and even when you're doing seven teams, it doesn't really seem like it. But when you take a look at what's actually going on, it is unbridled and unconditional love, as I'm sure he would say to each of you individually. But you know what? We appreciate that too, because sometimes high school, your parents kind of suck, but you never suck.
Thank you.